going out anymore. And, but then this happens.
They're still in there.
So yeah. So and if you are unlucky
we feed them.
to get stuck, this happens. That was I was talking about. It was a strange space behind the other space, and I wanted to do something. So, and I like the idea taking away people or visitors from the exhibition to somewhere else.
And the space as well.
Yeah. No, it was quite big size. I mean, it's so plastic.
Random.
Quite very slow. So
There was Kris, there was no crying of people.
No, not really. Yeah, no bad experience.
A big dinner prepared or.
How do you seduce them with that cheese or?
No, but there was a kind of sign that you could open the door and you could into. So yeah, I invited the people in a kind of way to visit the space because it can be a space in the exhibition space you visit. So this is interesting video. And get away with people.
Chainsaws.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, so the mechanism you could open the door, but in the other space there was another door you took. There was the exit, and the visitors came into the kitchen of the employers of the building. So that was a kind of dimension I wanted to put in the exhibition. So yeah.
Did you have to reconstruct the door in the room itself, or was it just big enough to?
No, it was big enough. Yeah. Okay, so last work. So recent project I'm working now on is for a public space. It's for a square in the city of Geel. And Geel is a city in the north of Antwerp. And Geel, this city is well known for a psychiatric hospital. So they have a very long history of psychiatric care in this region. So they have a history about 700 years history. So in 1 or 2 years, this city will be in UNESCO World Heritage for the psychiatric care. So what is special in this region is that psychiatric patients are taken into host families. In the 50s, they still had thousands of host families taking psychiatric patients in their family. So when I was asked, to do a proposal for a work for this square, but I was thinking, okay, it should be a work, a kind of monument or kind of sculpture for the psychiatric patient, or. But on the other hand, you want to create something big, and on the other hand, you want to create nothing, because I think it's also problematic to find out the best way, or how to transform the idea or psychiatry into sculpture. So the work will be a huge pillar of 25 meters high, and this pillar is telescopic, so it can disappear in the floor. This is a conceptual because we are now into the production, but it's separate. So This pillar is connected with the hospital, and the psychiatric hospital is a few kilometers further away. And in this hospital you have different departments, and in every department there will be a sensor which capture the impulses from the patients and the doctors or visitors. And this activity or this energy is transformed to the pillar, and so the motions of the pillar are influenced by the activity in the hospital. So and this pillar goes very slow up, then it goes down. Sometimes it will stand 25 meters high, and lower, and so on. So we're now in production. It's a long process because it started about more than 2 years ago already. And you see here a dimension of
But is it the movement of the people or the amount of the people?
No,
What kind
it's
of
more about the energy. It's in this hospital, in every department they have a kind of living space, so they have their own rooms, but they have also a space where they meet, and they have a small kitchen there. And there will be motion sensors, and these are when people are there, they activate the sensors. And all this energy is transformed to the pillar, but not in a
movement or what kind?
The impulses. I mean,
But if they
it's a calculation of impulses. So if there are more people, there's more. The sensor is more activated, and the sensor is connected with the calculator. The calculator, it counts.
But is
up.
it calculated by the noise or by the movement?
By the movement, no, by the movement. Yeah, like sensors, like a motion sensor for a Bewegungsmelder. Yeah. So and this, it's not mathematic. It's just collecting the energy and transform it
Do you see Do you see the infrared thing you pass in the hospital?
No, not really. Not really. You can see the sensor, and the people know it. Yeah, people know it, but you cannot. I mean, there's not really happening with the sensor, just like a bit like this, but another shape. No.
When you
So,
were when you were proposing this, was there any concern for how the patients might react to something that is there one day and not there
No.
the next day?
No, because the idea was before the proposal, I get the invitation to live there for 2 weeks to get know more about psychiatry and about the hospital, because before, I have to admit, I didn't know anything about psychiatry. I didn't know. I had to find out a bit also. And this was also in the idea, and I like because we all talk about art integrated and so on, integration project. And this is what I like. I spent about 2 weeks also in a house to speak with the people also, and also the kind of to influenced by talking to the people. Also the employers, also the patients, but of course this is a hospital where patients come and go also, so it's a very just a temporary thing. But I really get a good support from the hospital, because they really like the piece, because it's really this psychiatry is really integrated in the society. I mean, it's something from the city itself, since a long history. So there's no, they see it not as a problem, because it's not about privacy. It's just collecting energy. It's energy, but okay, is there no energy? The pillar goes down, so in the night it goes down, and it.
My initial concern would be, say, I was schizophrenic and my sort of perception of reality is already pretty thin.
Okay.
Or my faith in reality is thin, and one day there's something that's there, and the next day it's gone, and the next day it comes back. It's a different size. It's this unpredictable, scary thing. But I can also see it being therapeutic dealing with the fact that things in the world change.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. It's
Yeah.
this randomly shifting thing that's there, not there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a kind of, I mean, for me was the way to bring out, because the psychiatric is not a public hospital. You can visit, but the departments are closed, and there's a department where you're not allowed to get in. Yeah. So, and there was a way of bringing out also kind of this life and really connected with individual, but not in their privacy, but connected with individuals. Yeah, and that makes sense to me. Yeah, to do so. Yeah. So, and also, I mean, it's also about create a sculpture or a monument. Yeah, and yeah. Visual, but on the other hand, not visible way, and also there's also an aspect of humor, of course. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I like also.
It's on a public square.
It's on a public square, of course. Yeah.
And people just walking around in the public square, they know what about the different size.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we will see. We are building now, but okay. I mean, yeah, people can touch the pillar. The only problem is the security thing and so on. But okay, yeah, we are now. It was a good time to propose, and they really, I mean, the city. I get immediately the city, the hospital. But I mean, politics can change. I mean, if I propose, if I should propose it again, I mean, no chance, because they see only problems. But okay, I mean, yeah, it was so fast, and the construction is already in the floor. I mean, the fundament is already. So are we now in the production, and I was very lucky also in a kind of way, the right people, the right time, because it's very complex work also. Yeah.
What's the name of the city?
Yale. Translated is yellow. Yeah.
And jail.
And jail. Yeah. That was in the 19th century, maybe. Yeah.
How fast is it moving?
Oh, very, very slow, because from 0 to 25 it takes about 50 minutes. So it's very slow. But you can see, yeah, you can see.
You get a lift, like it's really loud, and you sit on it, and then have a lift.
Yeah, there was initially no, we could not. I mean, it has to be protected, of course. Yeah, but that was the hard thing. Yeah, to get in, because about the security system and so on. So we have to
park your car on top of it. Like
and that is about politics. They have also a market. They have every week market, and yeah, I mean, it's about territorium also. I mean, but what I like is, I mean, keep on the market and keep on the because it's nice. I mean, but okay, that we will work out. Yeah.
So what will happen where the market is? They have to.
No. It will.
They can
it
grow.
Will, yeah, I don't know. We keep it a minimum of a couple of meters.
Okay.
So we have to keep a minimum of 3 meters, and then but we say okay. So that will be okay.
I realized you sometimes came with machines into Switzerland to Thomas to what exactly was just the top you looked at, or what was the main point?
Thomas is sitting there with the blue. Yeah. So Thomas is I work since a couple of years together also with Thomas to develop technology and so on. And what we have looked, so that brings also me here, also friendship and so on. That, So what we looked is about developing a security system for the pillar, and also the communication. I mean, we're kind of communication system between the pillar and the ground basement. Yeah, the ground basement. But it was. It's not so easy, Thomas? Yeah, it's to develop, but Thomas is a genius into electronics, and I really like to work and to collaborate with him. Yeah. So, no. Okay. So,
Super, Kollege! Hätte ich gar nicht gedacht. Ja? Nein, ernsthaft.